You looked in the mirror this morning, and something wasn't right. The haircut was fine. You've had it for years. That's exactly the problem. Because a cut that worked at 40 doesn't work the same way at 55, 60, or 65. Your face has changed. Your hair texture has changed. The angles are different now. And the wrong cut isn't just unflattering. It's quietly adding 4 to 7 years to how your face reads every single day. In this video, I'm walking you through 5 specific haircuts that actually work with your face after 50. Not against it. With it. And part 3? That one surprises everyone. It's the cut most women are too afraid to ask for, and it's the one that makes the biggest difference. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and the best fixes for women over 50, so you get real results, fast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The soft layered lobe-length cut. Here's something most women never get told at the salon. The length of your haircut is not just a style choice. It's either working for your bone structure, or quietly working against it. And for most women over 50, the cut they've been getting for the last decade is doing exactly that. Working against them. This is the one I want to start with because it's the most common and the most fixable. A haircut that hits exactly at the jaw, right there, flat across the chin, creates a hard horizontal line across the widest part of your face. Your eye goes straight to that line. And straight horizontal lines across the face read as weight. They pull downward. They flatten the cheekbones. They make the jaw look heavier than it is. And at 55 or 65, when your face carries a little more softness than it did at 35, that horizontal line isn't doing you any favors at all. It's adding years. Not 1 or 2, but a visible 4 to 6, quietly every morning, without you even knowing it was the cut doing it. Now here's what nobody tells you. And this is the thing I want you to actually sit with for a second. The jaw-length blunt cut used to work on you. It probably looked great at 38. That's because at 38, your face had more volume in the upper half. Cheekbones carried more fullness. The midface was lifted. The cut framed that. It looked clean and structured. But faces change. Volume shifts downward with age. And the same cut that once framed your cheekbones is now framing your jawline, which is the last place you want the eye to land. This isn't about the cut being ugly. It's about the cut being wrong for where your face is right now. Write this one down. The swap is this. If you're still getting that blunt jaw-length cut, ask your stylist for a soft lobe-length cut instead. Hair that ends just below the earlobe, with the front pieces slightly longer than the back. That half-inch of extra length changes everything about how your jaw reads. And then add soft layers, not choppy, not thinned out. Soft. Layers that begin at the cheekbone and move downward create the illusion of lift. Your eye travels up, not across. For maintenance. This cut works best with a light texturizing product applied to damp hair before drying. Just a small amount worked through the mid-lengths and ends. It keeps the movement alive between trims and stops the cut going flat. Coming up next, the one swap that takes 30 seconds to ask for and changes how your entire face reads on camera. It's the difference between looking polished and looking sharp, and most women have never been told which side of that line they're currently on. Part 2. The face framing pixie with soft crown volume. Let me ask you something directly. Have you ever left the salon feeling like the cut looked almost right, but something in the front still wasn't working? That feeling has a name. It's called missing face framing. And it's one of the most common mistakes I see in women's cuts after 50. Because here's the thing most stylists never say out loud. A haircut that has no soft pieces framing the face is doing active damage to how your features read. Without framing, even with a beautiful cut behind it, the face looks harder. The eyes look smaller. The cheekbones flatten. The forehead reads wider. And all of that adds years. Real visible years. We're talking 5 to 8, depending on your bone structure, added right there in the framing. This one I need you to hear. A woman I know went in last spring for what she called a tidy-up. She'd been wearing the same clothes crop style for a decade. The stylist cleaned it up. The sides were perfect. And she walked out looking, somehow, more tired than when she walked in. Nobody could explain it. She couldn't explain it. It was the front. The cut had no softness at the face at all. Here's the specific fix. A pixie cut. which is already one of the most rejuvenating cuts for women after 50, only works its full magic when there are soft, slightly longer pieces left at the front. Not long, not fringy, soft. Pieces that sit just at the temple or curve gently toward the cheekbone. Those 2 or 3 inches of face framing change the entire visual weight of the cut. Your eye goes to those soft pieces first. Then it reads the cheekbone. Then the eye. That's the journey you want. This is the one a friend of mine heard and immediately called her stylist. And here's something that surprises women every single time I say it. The crown matters more than the length. Volume at the crown of a pixie, achieved with a light lift and a round brush during blow drying, creates vertical height. Vertical height makes the face read longer and leaner. It counteracts the horizontal spread that flat-lying hair creates. And for women with finer hair after 50, that crown volume is the entire difference between a cut that looks sharp and a cut that just looks short. The swap. If you're currently wearing a pixie with a close, flat front, ask for face framing pieces at the temple next time. 2 inches. Soft ends. Curved inward, not flicked out. That single change will make more difference than a full restyle. For maintenance, use a tiny amount of light pomade or styling cream on those front pieces only. Warm it between your fingers, press it gently into the ends, and curve them inward with your fingertip. 30 seconds every morning. That's all it takes. The next mistake is the one I see most often on women over 60, and the most expensive one to fix if you leave it too long. It's not a cut people think of as a mistake. Most women think it's the safe choice. That's exactly why it's so dangerous. Part 3. The layered collarbone bob. This is the one most women are afraid to ask for. And I completely understand why. A longer bob feels risky after 50. The brain says, more length means more weight means more aging. But that instinct is wrong. And the cut most women default to, the safe one-length blunt bob sitting somewhere between the jaw and the shoulder, is actually the version that ages them most. Here's why. A one-length blunt bob with no layers has no movement. Hair that doesn't move reads as heavy. Heavy hair drags the eye downward. It sits on the face like a frame around a photograph, and that frame is adding density, right where you least want it, across the jaw and neck. It's not a dramatic aging effect. It's quiet, subtle, but it's there every day, in every photo, in every Zoom call, working against you. And most women never connect the cut to the consequence because they've been told for years that the safe bob is the right choice. It's not. Not after 50. The specific fix is a layered collarbone bob. Same general length, the collarbone, but with internal layers added through the mid-lengths and ends. Those layers do 2 things simultaneously. First, they remove the weight from the perimeter. The ends become lighter, more mobile. Hair moves when you move. Second, they create texture at the cheekbone level, which draws the eye upward rather than downward. Your cheekbones suddenly red again. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week. Stunning bone structure, perfect posture, and one cut was doing all the wrong things to her face. She kept asking the stylist to just clean it up. She didn't know what she was actually asking for. What she needed wasn't a cleanup. She needed layers. 12 minutes of work. Her whole face changed. Yes, that simple. The exact swap. If you're currently getting a one-length blunt bob, ask for long layers starting at the cheekbone, removing weight through the mid-lengths and ends, keeping the length at the collarbone. Tell your stylist, I want soft long layers from the cheekbone down. Keep the length. Remove the weight. That's the precise instruction. Use those exact words. Maintenance is simple. This cut thrives with a round brush blow dry. 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Working from the root downward with a slight outward curl at the ends. That outward flick at the collarbone creates the final lift that makes the whole cut work. I didn't expect part 4 to be the one people message me about most. But it always is. Most women have never considered it. And when they try it, they can't believe they waited this long. Part 4. The curtain fringe with long layers. I need to say something about fringes that the beauty world has been getting wrong for years. Women over 50 are told to avoid a fringe. Keep the forehead clear. Open the face. Don't add weight at the top. That advice was never fully right. And for a specific kind of fringe, it's completely wrong. A blunt, heavy fringe cut straight across? That one has issues. It covers the forehead, closes the face, and adds visual weight where you don't want it. But that's not the fringe I'm talking about. A curtain fringe, soft center-parted, falling gently on either side of the forehead with a natural swept-open shape, does the exact opposite. It opens the eye area. It frames the face from the top down. And for women with beautiful eyes and strong cheekbones, which is most of the women watching this right now, it directs every single eye in the room to your best features the moment you walk in. There's a reason this mistake is the hardest one to spot on yourself. Because the women who would benefit most from a curtain fringe are the ones who have been avoiding fringes the longest. They've been following that old advice. And every year, they're leaving the best version of their face on the table. Here's what a curtain fringe specifically does for the mature face. It softens the forehead. Particularly important for women whose hairline has shifted slightly or whose forehead reads wider than it did at 40. It creates a natural vertical line down the center of the face, which visually lengthens the face and draws the eye inward and downward toward the eyes. And when paired with long soft layers, hair that falls past the collarbone with movement and texture, it creates a complete frame for the entire face from crown to chest. This combination, curtain fringe plus long soft layers, is the single most rejuvenating cut for women over 50 who have a medium to long face shape. Not because it's trendy, because it works with the geometry of the mature face rather than against it. This is everything. The swap. If your hair is currently worn away from the face with no fringe, bring this to your next appointment. Ask for a curtain fringe. Soft, center-parted, swept open. Starting at the crown, ending at the outer corner of the brow. Tell your stylist, I want the fringe to part naturally in the middle and fall open on both sides, not cut straight across. Those words matter. Stylists hear fringe and reach for the scissors differently depending on how you say it. Pair it with long layers from the collarbone downward. The whole thing should feel loose, lived in, real. For maintenance, the curtain fringe needs one small thing to stay right. A light touch of a small round brush and a hairdryer for 30 seconds on the fringe each morning. Just enough to keep the soft bend outward at the ends. That bend is what keeps the fringe looking swept, not flat. There's one thing about the final cut in part 5 that nobody in this space talks about. That's next. And if you've been telling yourself it's not for you, I want you to hold that thought until you hear what I have to say. Part 5. The textured shag with face framing layers. Most women think the shag is a young woman's cut. It's not. It never was. The shag was designed, specifically intentionally, for women who want movement, volume, and texture without fighting their hair every single morning. And after 50, when hair naturally becomes finer, softer, and harder to hold, that's exactly what most women need. The version of the shag that works for women over 50 is not the heavy, overly layered 1970s version. It's a modern, refined interpretation, and the difference matters. The modern textured shag has layers that begin high at the crown, creating volume right at the top of the head where fine hair loses it first. It has face-framing pieces, soft curtain layers, that direct the eye to the cheekbones. And it has textured, slightly razored ends that move when you move rather than sitting flat against the neck and jaw. Heavy hair that sits flat is aging your face quietly every day. It adds visual weight at the jaw. It compresses the mid-face. And it makes the overall silhouette read rounder and lower than it actually is, adding 5 or more years to how your face reads in both photographs and real life. Here's the specific truth nobody says. The shag works for fine hair over 50 because it does the opposite of what most people expect. Most women think layers thin the hair out. That adding texture means losing density. But textured layers at the right placement, starting at the crown, not the ear, actually create the illusion of more hair, not less. The layers stack and overlap at the top, creating visible body. And the ends, when razored or point cut rather than blunt cut, don't lie flat. They spring outward slightly, giving the whole silhouette more width at the top and more movement through the length. You needed to hear this. The swap. If you're currently wearing any style where the hair lies flat, heavy and still, ask for a modern textured shag. Tell your stylist, I want high crown layers starting above the ears, face framing pieces to the cheekbone, and textured ends, either razor cut or point cut. No blunt perimeter. That instruction covers every element the cut needs to work. For maintenance, the textured shag is one of the lowest maintenance cuts you can have if you do one thing right. A small amount of mousse or sea salt spray applied to damp hair before air drying or diffusing. Work it through the mid-lengths and ends. Scrunch gently upward. That's it. The layers and texture do the rest. You don't need a blow dry. You don't need to fight it. That's the point. Your bone structure was always this beautiful. The right cut just finally shows it. What I'm covering in the next video. Most women find it even harder to hear, but it's the one that changes everything about how they walk out of the salon. You just learned 5 specific cuts. 5 real, nameable changes you can take into your next salon appointment and walk out looking visibly younger. Not vaguely better. Actually younger. The soft lobe-length cut. The face-framing pixie with crown volume. The layered collarbone bob. The curtain fringe with long layers. And the textured shag that does what no amount of product ever could. You didn't just watch a video. You changed how you look tomorrow morning. Now tell me in the comments. Which of these 5 cuts were you already wearing, and which one are you booking next? I want to know. Next time, we're going into the one color mistake that adds 10 years to even a perfect cut. And most women are making it without realizing it's the color, not the style, that's working against them. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.